Agujas Schmetz, agujas de alta tecnología pero con tradición.
إبر ماكينات الخياطة من إنتاج شركة شميتس، منتوجات متطورة وعريقة.
Schmetz naaimachinenaalden in high-tech product met traditie.
德国蓝石牌缝纫机针是传统与高技术的结晶。
L'aiguille Schmetz, un outil de high-tech avec tradition.
This way they say hello in Aachen, Germany, which is the center of the needle industry. Over half of all premium sewing machine needles produced worldwide are made in the Aachen area. For over 200 years, needle production has been a Schmetz family tradition. Every year, the Schmetz factory in Herzogenrath near Aachen produces about 270 million needles, of which 90% are exported. About 1,000 people are employed in research and development, production and distribution of these precision tools. Precision and uniformity of all measurements, as well as the rigidity and elasticity of the needle, are of vital importance, bearing in mind today's sewing speeds of up to 9,000 stitches per minute. This mass production is still mostly accomplished on automatic machinery. This perfection in the needle production is the result of many years of experience, using state-of-the-art production methods and a personal commitment of all those involved. You have to produce quality. It cannot be achieved by controls alone, though controlling and testing mark the beginning and end of every needle. It starts with the needle wire. This wire has to be up to the high standards demanded by Schmetz. Only a few manufacturers of needle wire are capable of meeting the stringent quality demands made by Schmetz. The metallurgical composition is therefore also randomly tested in our own laboratories. Schmetz needles can only be made from perfect material. The wire is straightened and cut. A process called swaging produces the shape of the shank and blade. Quality becomes visible, the trademark. The typical form of the eye section is shaped during the stamping process. Perfect stamping guarantees proper guidance of the thread during the sewing process, so that the thread is not weakened and skip stitches are prevented. The utmost care is taken when preparing the embossing tools used in the critical operation. After stamping, the groove is milled. The point is formed and the eye section properly shaped. Elasticity of the needle is achieved during the hardening and annealing operation. In another examination, the rigidity and elasticity are tested. The ultimate goal of this test is to ensure the balance between rigidity and elasticity. The smoothness of the surface is obtained by chemical treatment. The eye and groove have to be so smooth that the thread will not be damaged. At the same time, the condition of the surface must not create excessive needle temperatures during sewing. Compared to the previous thread polishing, the quality of the surface has been improved considerably. Progress was thus made by chemical treatment technique in conjunction with the corresponding shaping of the punching tools. The results produced over the past 10 years are absolute proof of the success of this system. After scraping and polishing, the needle is again straightened as it was slightly deformed during the hardening process. Only a straight needle can make a precise stitch, so it does not touch the hook or the throat plate and avoids skip stitches. The same applies to curved needles. These ultra-modern machines, adjusting the curvature, are not readily available on the market. They, like most of the machines used in production, are manufactured in the Schmetz machine shop. About 95% of all machines used in the needle production are developed and constructed within the Schmetz company. Constant research and development guarantees that all machines used are among the most precise and productive within the entire needle industry. To protect the needle from corrosion and to improve its glidability, it's either chromium-plated or nickel-plated. The ever-present assurance of quality. The thickness of the layer of chromium can be measured without harm by this X-ray device. This optical final control concludes the modern production process, either automatically or by hand. The final product is packed in the most practical modules, which protect the needles until they are put to use in the sewing machine. Of practical shape and size, the needle box. 270 million needles are made by Schmetz every year. The end user has the choice of a variety of 6,500 needles. This large number is necessary to find the right combination of needle shape, size and point form for the vast variety of different sewing materials. Many leading manufacturers of sewing machines select Schmetz needles to go with their machines. Not surprisingly, there's a close cooperation with the sewing machine manufacturers, and particularly with the sewing industry. The Schmetz Sewing Institute examines sewing problems and involves itself in research and development. Custom-tailored solutions to particular sewing problems are offered to customers all over the world. About 400 dealers and distributors take care of customers and advise them on an individual basis. Needles are available at a moment's notice, worldwide.
Pronto? Buonasera, sono Dottor Helmich della ditta Schmetz.
Ah, muy bien. Me complace que nuestras agujas Schmetz han solucionado el problema del cliente.
Schmetz Needle Corporation, Peters. May I speak to Tony Wade, please?
Oui, bien sûr, aujourd'hui. Bon, merci, bonne journée, au revoir.
德国蓝石牌高质量缝纫机针为全世界缝纫工业服务。